My name's Eric. I'm making, with my brain and my typing fingers, a web app that lets you create characters that you can talk to. Let me demo. So yesterday, I had about an hour in the session, and what I made is, let's see, made this button work here, or at least start to work, at least get to the first point of working, which is that after you select some lines to record, you can click this and it brings up a dialog. There's this little bar down here, and it's a recording level meter. Let me see if I can change its value a little bit so you can understand what it does. It's not fully functional. That's why I'm hacking in numbers into it. So I say 0.9, and that's our volume from the microphone on a scale of 0 to 1. Then it shows all these blocks lit up all the way into over here. So it's got the capability, at least presentationally, to be able to display between 0 and 10 blocks, depending on how loud it is for the user who's talking into the microphone. Now elsewhere in my project, I've got code that grabs the audio buffers that come off of the microphone when you're talking into it. It works fine. I've used it many places. And I've also got code that analyzes those audio buffers that come in from the microphone and says how loud it is. It uses a calculation called RMS, which is just basically a way of averaging all the samples that are in the audio to come up with one number that says generally how loud that collection of samples is. And you can't just take one point in your samples and look at that one sample to figure out how loud you are, because the way waveforms work, the sample goes up and down all the time. So it's easier to see it in a picture than it is to explain it. But if I go and say, just give me just any old waveform, just give me a waveform. There we go. There's a bunch. Now let's find one that shows the little spaces in between. Okay, this one seems all right. Actually, this one's very good. No, I just want that picture. Okay, here it is. So here's how sound works. This graph here, this indicates a change in air pressure. Or you could say, in a more practical way, it indicates that a little pressure bar, what do you want to call this thing? On your speaker, there's a little button that goes in and out, okay? This is saying like when that button is up higher, that it's going to be pushed out higher. And when this graph comes down lower, that button's going to be pulled in, right? And maybe the exact mechanics of that don't happen that exact way with every piece of speaker equipment, but that is the general principle, that this is actually corresponding to a physical thing moving in and out and causing changes in air pressure, okay? So in your audio buffer, you've got samples. And the samples, they plot along this graph what that little button's going to do and how it's going to change air pressure. And your ear, it receives those changes in air pressure and it decodes it to pitch and volume. So anyways, long explanation, long backgrounder to say that you can't tell how loud audio is by checking just one point in the graph, because it goes, no matter, even if it's very loud, it'll go to 0 at times, right? Even if we said that the stuff where it goes under 0, that we just say ABS or absolute value of it, it would still go to 0 all the time. So what's needed is you average out these points over a duration of time, and you get a value that represents the loudness from that. And one common way to do that is with a calculation called RMS. So I've already got that code written. I've already got the code to grab audio from the microphone. And I've already got the presentational code for displaying a recording level meter here. So what I need to do in the next hour and 37 minutes is hook it all up. And when I'm done with this session today, I think that this bar is going to increase when I talk louder, and when I'm silent, it'll go down to close to zero. And it's going to be cool to see. It'll be animated. All right, let's do it. I've got a very stale chat window, so I'm going to refresh that real quick, just empty it out. Work and properties, and this goes to boom, and then we go back to the main screen. All right, go ahead. You clear? You clear? Okay, cool. All right, and I had left myself some notes yesterday, and one of the things I said was, what did I say? I don't remember. That's why I took notes. Scratch. Okay, use RMS util microphone to get volume microphone. Microphone is not an export from SO Web Speech. I think it goes to SO Web Audio. So I'll see if I can just refactor this so that microphone is in SO Web Audio. That's one of my libraries that I wrote that I import into the main web app. And that'll make more sense than keeping it inside of Web Speech, because the microphone class can be used more generally for audio, even though I'm using it for Web Speech, which uses audio. It has more common usage beyond SO Web Speech, so I'll put it inside of this library instead. Hopefully that will not be a lot of time to do that. Go to SO Web Speech. Let's take the microphone here. Just copy all that source. Come back to SO Web Audio. I think I'll just add a directory for, do I want to say microphone? I could be very abstract and say devices, but about recording. Add TypeScript. Microphone. How's this doing? Looks like I managed to get an import without too much red squigglies. So this is now in the same project. I don't have to import from SO Web Audio, but this is a place where Writer's not helping me very much, so I'm going to turn it off. I mean, not Writer, but Copilot. Go like that. Really? Oh, come on. I mean, I can see it right there. So let's just back up to common. Then we say the audio context. Okay. Let's look at the warnings. Unused method. It'll get used. This is a library. The users are outside of the library, so I don't need to worry about that. All right. Make sure it's being exported for the library. Export. What's that? Let me just try it without the type. Default as microphone. Now I'll turn back turn Copilot back on. From, yeah. What's your complaint? Oh, not common, recording. Okay, so that should do that. Let's give it a build. See if I broke anything there. Okay, then let's go to web speech, and I'll make it so that that microphone file is imported. So I'll just get rid of this microphone file, and also I get to get rid of this audio directory, which is the sign that I'm doing things right, because all the audio stuff should be in SO Web Audio. Okay, so I broke some stuff by deleting that, but I can get it working again. Don't you worry. Say import microphone from SO Web Audio, and since it's no longer a default export, just another ordinary export among others, needs to come. Let's see. There we go. Alphabetizing my imports by the file name. Okay. Now, is that enough to rebuild SO WebFace, or did I introduce some other error? Well, not WebFace, WebSpeech. Let's build. See what it does. Okay, it worked. So then, go to WISP and make sure that I haven't regressed with that refactoring. I can just check it actually. If I come over to my spiels, it's loading the face. Okay. If I say start, testing, testing, testing. Are you picking up on the mic? Yeah, it said player started speaking. Okay. Can you still hear me? I was waiting for it to get to the end of the spiel, but there's a faster way to do that. Let's stop it, and then I'll just select the last line and I'll click start. Because when it gets to the end of the spiel, it's much easier to have speech recognition working. Okay, microphone works after my refactor. So then, let's go to WISP. That's the web app that pulls in those different libraries and presents the web application in the browser. Recording level meter. Now I wanted to see if I could just make this whole thing perfectly self-contained. I don't need the loudness to be passed in via props. I think for now, let's just yank that. And then I'll do this thing where let's see, I'll do a thing where I pull for a difference. No, I don't need to pull. I've got the microphone callback. Okay. So let me think about this. Let's import the microphone. So what I want is a use state and maybe use effect too. Import. Yeah. Did you see Copilot read my mind there? It helped that what I wanted was what 10,000 other React programmers have wanted in this situation. Okay. Yeah, you're right about that. Yep, you're right about that. I need to set up the microphone. Okay, close. Right, microphone. Microphone. Null equals null. Okay, and then if not microphone equals new microphone, and then it has to be a callback. Now let's go and check what the callback expects. So there's a callback up here. Samples, sample rate. Good. Okay, back to Wisp. Oh, what am I doing? Okay, I'm put that in the wrong spot. Okay, and then I need to import a calc RMS for samples. Yep. Const. Yeah. And then, just to start out, I'm just going to console log it. Okay. And then, supposing we close. Okay, does this start out as muted or not? I want to know that much. Okay, starts out not recording. Okay. Come back to Wisp. And let's put this inside of microphone. Enable. Okay. And okay, and then here turn. Yep. Yeah, it's good at guessing. It's good at guessing. Okay. Yeah, weirdly, that might be pretty close to doing it. Oh yeah. What is that? Record start dialogue. No longer past that prompt. Okay, come back to speech. Select a line. Let's pull this in a bit so I can see the console log. Chord selected. Hey, is there anything going on here at all? I'm not sure if it's working. I'm not sure if anything's working. Cancel. No errors. Let's see. Does it ever come here? Does it ever come here at all? Did it ever get here? I gotta check it. Speech. Okay. All right. So it passes in the callback. Let's just see what it actually does. Oh, I gotta call init. I must call init. That's why. Cool. Got it. Got it. Okay. So come back to this guy. Do microphone. Well, no, it should go open here. Microphone. Not that. Init. Yeah, okay. Should I do an async on this? And then I can do... No, I can't do that. Okay. So we'll just use old-fashioned promises. We'll say then. Microphone enable. And then we'll say here else. Microphone enable. Bam, like that. What is your worry? That's not really an issue, but if you say so. Okay. So now what happens? Hey. Oh. That's right, I'm in the debugger. Okay. Okay, initialized, enabled. RMS. All right, now I don't understand what the absolute limit of the RMS is. I can see just by talking to it, or just speaking now, that the numbers are really low. I kind of wonder what the theoretical maximum of it is, and where it should correspond to clipping. How can I figure that out? Hey, I got right next to the microphone and made noises. All right. Let me just search for RMS. What is clipping value? Root mean square. So when I got right next to the mic, it went up to like around 0.3. Okay, this won't help me too much. I kind of just need to know like what's a number that people will use with RMS for like maximum signal or too loud or something like that. Let's just play with it a little bit. So if I change this to be const next loudness equals, yeah, this is not bad. Next loudness equals let's do it a different way. No, actually, this is pretty good. This is pretty good. Set loudness. Yeah. Okay. Oh, it does work. Hey. 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 Hi. I don't think I'm really clipping as much as it's showing. Let's try half. Okay, how about this? How about this? How about this? How about this? Like, I know I'm not clipping as much as it's saying. So let's do it times 3. All right, it should be a little bit hard to get it to go into that clip range. Like, this is pretty good. It feels to me like it would be difficult talking like this to clip. It might need adjustment down the road. I'll see. But this seems pretty good. It's also a good test to see if we've got the microphone or not. Let me do a test of not giving the microphone access, not having access to it. Okay. So now if I say, let's record. All right. Is there some kind of way I can tell that it didn't work? Was there an error or anything like that? I mean, I think it's just not calling that. It did seem to sort of swallow up the error. But maybe I just need to reload this. Let's try it again. Okay, we'll go into speech. And we'll pick one of these. Record. No error message. I mean, I know how to deal with this. It just is a little confusing to me. There's no error message. Okay, so it just seems like something inside that microphone class should have caught that. Like here, maybe a failure here I would have expected. Let's see if there's a return value where it says, nah, you didn't make it. If the destination is a node, connect returns a reference to the destination. Chain multiple. Some browsers won't return undefined. Is an audio param, returns undefined. Throws. Okay. What about this guy? Does this have a failure? I mean, it seems like one of these things should fail. So it's kind of curious that it doesn't throw an exception. JS, how to detect no microphone permission. Ooh, I got a +10. Yeah, nice. DZ, what's going on? I'm good, I'm having fun. I'm just making a nifty little recording level meter. How you doing? Yeah, you gotta have fun sometimes. Microphone's been added to the permission API even if it's not yet available in Safari or Internet Explorer. Safari. Safari is the new Internet Explorer to me. When was this updated? Cursing Valve for their StreamVR API. Well, that's one of my favorite things to do is curse Valve for various sins. Like not coming out with a Portal 3. Like creating this friggin' demoralizing ecosystem of games selling. Spent so many hours fiddling around with their crummy website for publishing games and putting them on sale and all that. They could be worse, but they could be better too. I don't know anything about the Steam VR API. Okay. The old answer might be better, but hey, wait, okay, so 2 functions passed to get user media. I didn't pass reject. By the way, there will be some kind of pie chart which shows the reasons why I'm making a web app now instead of a Unity game. And that pie chart's got a pretty large slice of it, maybe 42%, is just, I hate Steam. I don't even like Steam as a game player. It's just supposed to be some way to buy games, find games, launch games. And yet, it asks me to reboot it like every 3 days for some update. And occasionally, all I want to do is launch a game that's already installed on my computer, and it'll just say, "Oh wait, hold on. There's something we need to do." And then 60 seconds later, "Oh, the thing we need to do failed. Do you still want to launch your game?" I'm like, "Yes, just let me play my friggin' game." Very little value does Steam add to my gameplay and experience. Yeah. Get the pitchfork ready. It might just be a 2-person crowd of mob of pitchfork carrying people, but okay, so there's a clue here. Get user media, and then unlike me, this person provided an error handling function. So let's go check that out. Get user media. Where's that at? Oh, here's where it should return null. What am I doing with that? Get it? I'm just saying. What am I saying? If media stream, then return the media stream. Otherwise, oh, it's just waiting. It's just waiting to get it. That's not bad. Now I'm like agreeing with the former version of myself. Just keep trying. Because what might happen is that initially, when you're here, there's no permission available for recording. But then the user goes to open the browser. They say, "Yeah, go ahead. Give me microphone." And now the microphone is working. So now I understand what I was doing with this past version myself was thinking. The person was persistent in getting that microphone. So I agree with that past version myself, but the thing I need to do is have some other state, like if we wait for more than a second without getting the microphone, then show a different message here. Well, the FAQ is going to be right on this dialog. But yes. So just to kind of walk you through the use case. So you're in this web app and you've got this like a script of lines to record. You click the lines that you want to record, or maybe use this handy dialog and you say, give me all of Jerry's lines. It selects Jerry's lines and you say record selected. And then this person or this dialog here is meant to get you ready to record. So your microphone should be ready before you click start. All right. So come back to Wisp. And is mic on? Needs. Let's see, is mic available? So initially set to false. And then also there's three states basically. One is here, let's just enum it. Yeah, mic state. Initializing. Unavailable. Available. Okay. And let's change this to mic state. This will be okay. So here we'll say if the mic state, yeah, I tell you, Copilot is just a great guesser. Humbling in a way, not because I'm like so impressed with Copilot. It's more like I'm humbled that so many other developers have done about the same thing as me, that Copilot's able to recognize a pattern. So I'm trying to do something that just tons of people have done before. Okay. So init, then boom, enable, and then I need something like just a timeout before I call it unavailable. Okay, set timeout, bam. God, that's really good at guessing. It's really good at guessing. Show mic, yeah. And let's do, I think just 1 second is enough. Okay. Then mic state. Equals mic state available. Okay. Then I have to pass up the availability state to some kind of callback. So say on mic state change. Yeah, I like that. And that also means this should export. And then this needs to have mic state and set mic state. And so any place where we set the mic state, I also want to call the on mic state change. Although, pretty easy way to make sure that always happens. Use effect, and then mic state on mic state change. So this little bit down here, it says that we will call this function inside of here if the value of any of these variables change. And then I can just say, go ahead and call the callback for passing in the new mic state. Okay. So record start dialog. Okay. Recording level meter. Let's do on mic state change equals on mic state change. About. No, mic state is mic state. Okay. Then down here I've got some text. Let's just use another use state. Const mic state, set mic state, and then this will be mic state. Initialize it. Okay. And then we'll set the mic state right here. It occurs to me that I could just change this to be set mic state. Okay. Or maybe just go empty just for a little bit, because otherwise it'll flash on the screen a little bit quickly. Okay, mass unavailable. Browser permissions, allowing it. case. Stay available. Then or just default. Okay. So why is this indented so weird? I don't know. I don't know. But this becomes instruction text. Okay, the start button disabled equals mic state is not mic state available. Okay. All right, let's see how that does. Okay. Hey. Okay, you're working. Very nice. Leave. Come back. Pick something. Record it. Okay, waiting for a little bit of time. It's failing here. Didn't expect it to fail coming back. Also, that delay is not showing up. Okay, one bug at a time. All right, we'll do a refresh here. Let me test out. Let's see, I want to manage this. Oh, it won't let me disable that unless it's there already. That's kind of weird. All right. Okay, so as soon as I come up here, okay, so that's fine. Let's block it. And now this is not anymore taking microphone stuff. That's good. Browser is doing its job in preventing microphone access. Now come back here, pick something, record it. Okay, it's not like doing a little update to show the unavailability. It did do available update before, but not unavailable. So let's see what the issue with that is. So I've got a timeout. After 1 second, if the mic state is still in initializing, we'll set it to unavailable, meaning we think it's not going to come to availability. Okay, so let me set some breakpoints and see if any of that code is actually getting called. Oh. Init has to come back. Maybe init won't come back. That's probably the problem. But I can do my set timeout outside of this initialization. Okay. And then come here. And then do my speech. Pick a line to record. Record. Okay. Yeah. So execution never gets to here because that code in that other function is just going to wait forever. Optimistically, it's waiting for the user to come up here and set that permission. But I need to update without waiting for that to happen. So I can take this guy, pull it out of init, have it be here. And that might even be enough to fix it now. Let me try it again. Yeah. So this is pretty good. If I say, yeah, go ahead and allow it. Are we working now? Yeah, we are. Okay, that's pretty slick. That does the job, I believe. Now let me try this other case. Well, I'm going to just come back up. All right, it has trouble coming back into it. Why would that be? Is it because there's no mount? I don't know. So we say if not microphone, blah 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 blah. Okay. Okay, is microphone set? I think it is. Yes, it's not recording. That makes sense. Oh, I will need to set the state. So I can come down here and I can set the state. Right? Yeah. So you're enabling that, but I haven't set my microphone state. That's all. That's easy to fix. Set mic state and available. Or initializing? Huh, let me think about that. Initializing, that would be the way to do it, I think. But a thing I did wrong is I have the callback set to a place where okay, this callback here goes to a function which was declared in a previous instance of the component. If I come back into this component, remount, that previous function which was set in the microphone is just no longer applicable. So I could fix it by one of two ways. The first way is just create a binding method that lets me rebind the on-receive audio callback here. So I don't have to always use a constructor to do it. The other way to do it is to delete microphone and force it to be initialized fresh each time. I think that might be the best way to do it for the moment. let's say microphone equals null. Okay. And then this should always be it should always be the case that microphone's null when it comes in. So I can remove this stuff. Okay, I kind of like that better, just starting it up fresh each time. You see how well that does. So I'm going to cancel here, and let's just do a refresh. Speech, select, record. No, okay. It went back to. Oh, weird. Okay, something's wrong with my state there. The microphone is available. That's the thing that's weird. Okay, hold on. Okay, so after 1 second, it went to that unavailable state. Change this to be because if we get this, then it's definitely available. Now there's a question about is it correct for me to have this delay be inside of the recording level meter? Is that logic really more appropriate to be up a level inside of the record start dialog? Because that logic is coupled to not wanting to display a message too quickly when arriving at the dialog. Like, I don't want to show an unavailable message for half a second and then And the other thing is, boy, this is a little tricky. I think it's okay. I don't need to mess with it too much. Okay, let's just get this working. How we doing? Okay, you seem to fix that. Okay. It's a little weird though. It was like briefly this went away. Actually, I don't know what it was showing. Let me see, what's that? Might make sense to put a fixed height on this particular. Yeah, but what would the fixed height be? I don't like that jumping around stuff. I'm not really sure what is doing that. I'm just looking. What is that message it's shown? Alright. I think it needs fixed height, and then that'll take care of it. Really? What is this whale? Captain Ahab, please elaborate. Oops. You managed to mod VR into games. Oh, wait a minute. So you're saying there's a game that was not originally built for VR, and you add a mod to it, and suddenly that game is playable on a VR device? Is that the kind of mod you're doing? That's impressive. That's quite impressive. I have no idea what goes into doing that. Jeez, wait a minute. Are other people doing this? Because it almost feels like you could make money off of this. Because like, if there's a game like The Long Dark, it doesn't need to be rebuilt by the publisher to support VR, and you suddenly make it VR capable with a mod. I don't know. It's, whether you try to make money out of it or not, I guess let's celebrate how cool it is. Okay. It reminds me a little bit of like on Linux, there's like those emulators and stuff people use to get Windows games to work on it, like Wine and such. It's neat though. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Oh, my phone is blowing up with the pages. Gotta see if it's anything critical. Okay. Well, DZ, very cool. Let's see, styles, instruction text. Okay, let's say height. What's a good way to? Let me say like 4 REM. Just try that to start. That's probably not doing anything yet for some reason. Okay. No, it does something. Okay, just need to make it a little bit larger perhaps. Okay, say it's at 7 REM. I go, bam. Okay, that's nicer. So this is kind of a squishy view of it. Let's see, can I get this a little bit smaller? Yeah, 6 REM. That's a good value. And then if I'm out like this, it's not too ridiculous. Or like that, it's not too ridiculous. Okay. 6 REM. And it stops it from looking jerky when the text changes. Okay. Alright, start. Does nothing right now. Am I clipping? Can I make it clip? Yep. If I'm farther away from the mic, is it doing okay? Yep. That's not a bad little level meter there. Okay, I think I've got it working if I come back in, but we'll see. Yeah, still good. I don't like that little change though where it goes blank for a moment. Let me see if I can fix that. Yeah. It's showing one of the other messages briefly. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so it goes initializing, available, unavailable, available. I thought I had some logic to prevent it from doing that, but let's see. Yeah, I was saying only if the mic state's initializing are we going to set this to unavailable. I could move this mic state up into microphone too. I suspect it's some weird React thing. So inside of useEffect, it's going to receive the mic state. It's going to receive the mic state not at the time it's called, but from the scope that was originally here with useEffect. That's the problem I'm seeing. So when you go into useEffect, under this execution, mic state is unavailable. Then we come down through all this stuff, and there's a set timeout. And when it comes back to here in this callback, even though the mic state in the component at that point is set to available, the mic state value that it gets is going to be in this other scope of the useEffect, and it will be the mic state value at the time that this was called. So ways to fix that. One, I'm tempted just to put all of this mic state stuff up into microphone. That's probably the cleanest thing to do. It's probably where it belongs. A quick fix might be to move mic state to the module scope and set it there, or read it from there. That might be at least a good test to see, if I'm correct in my theory about what the cause of the problem is. just start with that. Change mic state. New mic state. Set mic state. And the other one is, yeah. Just be a function. Okay, then we do set mic state news. Yeah, yep, that basically that. Okay, and then I don't even need this if not microphone thing. I just get rid of that. Okay, here we say mic state equals initializing. Get rid of this. And I don't actually need the set mic state. I can just go like that. Oh, well, mic state, yeah, like that. Okay. Then I can encapsulate this as well. I can just say if the mic state is the same. Yeah. Mic state anymore. I do need on mic state change, and then this will not do anything anymore. Yeah, let's do one more. Off. Okay. Okay. So then coming back up to start dialog. So let's see how this does. Okay, I think I fixed it. So my theory was correct. My theory was correct. I don't think I'm really clipping that much. I wish I had a better, like, more rigorous way of setting this constant. What am I multiplying by 3? Do 2.5. So I don't think I'm clipping now. I don't think I'm clipping now. I don't think I'm clipping. It would take a lot for me to clip. Okay. Sorry, DZ. I had to do a little bit of shouting. Let's see. Okay, so that looks pretty good. Just testing a little bit more. Like things to be tested. I think that's working pretty well. Well, if you heard any distorted audio, well, I won't put you on the hook to figure that out. Later on, though, when I actually write the recorder and I'm like talking into it and yelling a little bit, I can try to make it clip on purpose and see if that corresponds to the meter going into the red. It might take some more tweaking, but I kind of hope there was like a theoretical number that I could just use, but there's no reason to think it should work that way. All right. So I got a little more time left, but I don't really have like a lot more that I can work on tonight, or I don't have a little bit more that I can work on tonight, so I might wrap up the stream pretty quick. Let me think about what I'll do tomorrow a little bit. So I've got this dialogue, and the idea is that when you click the start button, you move on to actually recording the dialogue. So there'll be another dialogue like this. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to need a bass dialogue. I think they're enough different that it won't matter. Hiccups. I don't need hiccups, though. Let's see if I can get rid of my hiccups. I think I got him. I think I am master of my own respiration. Okay, so there'll be another dialogue. I'll just create an empty TypeScript file. Recording dialogue. Yeah, let's make an empty little start of a thing. Yeah, let's even like put the beginning of it in. Yeah, what the heck, let's just grab all this source, bring it in, and see what progress I can make in 15 minutes. And I just rename this recording dialogue. Down here, we got that. Um, don't need that. We'll need the speech table. Cancel. Then we'll need the other things there. Speech table, sure. Oh wait, do I still have Mike State in the other one? Oh yeah, Mike State is correct to be here. Okay, no problem. I do like this being off to begin with though. Okay, over here, let's make it off. Let's see, no mic warning equals mic state equals, yeah. Yeah, that's it. And then otherwise we just say nil, right? Yeah, put this down in the next line. There we go. No mic warning. Don't need that. This will be no mic warning. Okay. This could be deleted. And this. Okay. Recording. Dialogue. Line. One of. Yeah. There we go. Alright, so that's the start. We will need to get selected row count after all, so put that back in. Just copy that over from the other. Okay. So, you know what? I'm going to see if I can get this to at least display, and that's probably going to be the end of this session. So on the speech screen, I've got record start dialog. Let's also get recording dialog. Do an import on that. Okay, we'll see how that does. Oh, you're already on to the next thing. What? That didn't look right. Oh, yeah, this should come up for the recording dialog. Alright, so let's try one line. Record selected, click start. Yeah, that's what I wanted. Yeah. Nice. Oh, yeah, DZ. Yeah, have a good night. I will catch you later. Congrats again on your mod. Very awesome. Alright. Stopping the stream. 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 Stopping the stream.